All right, this is the summary of all the videos we just made. So about getting Waves NX to use as a plugin in your Max patch to monitor your ambi panning and ambisonic patches in stereo. It'll also, I imagine, then it'll allow you to record video of your performance or of your setup later on that you can share on YouTube or something like that. So 360 audio, we'll get into that a little bit as well, but this is a really, really good start. So we're going to, you're going to search for Waves NX, just Waves NX, virtual mix room over headphones. Great. You are going to get the free demo. You're going to log in. It's going to ask you to log in, and then you're going to have to follow the process to add the plugin to your account, download the plugin manager, and then which looks like this. Log into the plugin manager and then install the plugin. It's all in the other video. Once you've done that, that means it's installed on your computer, which is great. The next thing you're going to do is go to Max. You're going to open up your patch, and for me that means just typing in not ambient code, but you have all been starting with ambi panning. Cool. So, and then we open up this, and then we do Command E, Command A, Command C, Command W, pop it in here. So this, you all have this, and your patches are way cooler than this because this is just the demo. But what this does is, and again, you've watched the super long videos that I've already made, but ambisonic panning without intermediate B format. The Waves NX uses the B format, so we actually need that B formatting. And that B formatting is available here. So you see where it says also see these other objects. Ambi encode, if we look at that one instead, encodes any number of audio channels for ambisonic B format. That's actually what we want in this instance. So all you have to do, if you look at the difference between your two patches, so the patch that you've made, which has all your stuff going into the ambi panning, tilde object and then coming out, this is exactly the same setup, except it goes into the ambi encoder. That's it. So all you need to do, really, we don't even need to copy this, just in your regular patch, near where you've got your ambi panning, you won't have all this stuff. I can delete that. So near where you have your ambi panning, just make a ambi encode tilde. And the arguments you need are, they're kind of in reverse order to the ambi panner. Ambi panner has the inputs, number of inputs first, 2, and then the number of outputs, 8 in this instance. We want the opposite, the number of outputs. Now, the number of outputs we want refers to the number of B format outputs. So we just want one B format output. And then the number of inputs is however many you're using. In this patch, it's 2. So I'll just do that the same, but you'll see now what that gives us is 2 inputs and the one set of B format ambisonic audio outputs, which is 4, because there's 4 outputs for every B format ambisonic output. And again, watch the super long videos that I've made because you'll see how we got to this point. And then what you do is you just take whatever you're sending into it, so your audio, which is these audio generators, and so the audio generators would go into your inputs just the same as how you've set it up. And then the panning, the pan position or source positioner would just go into here, into the left inlet. Okay, cool. So all this is doing is exactly the same thing, and it's really messy. Maybe if I put this over here to be clearer. Hey, there we go. But we're just kind of just replacing. What you could have also done, see if this works, just change this ambi encode with the arguments 1 and then 2. That's probably even easier because the connections stay the same. But we don't want any of this. We don't want that DAC happening, so we can get rid of that. You could keep 4 of these meters if you like. And then we've just got the 4 here, so you can see the 4 channels that they're coming out of. But yeah, you can see we've got 4 outlets here. It's kind of obscured by these cables, but this is trying to be a quick video, so let's just do that. Great. Now, the VST. So to load a VST into Max, we need to use the VST object. This is it here. Again, right click, open help, Command E to unlock, Command A to select all, Command C to copy, Command W to close. Love it. There it is. Now we need to load this plugin. So let's do it. You press, you can lock the patcher or hold Command, open plug. Now, the Waves plugin is not in the regular plugins system folder. It's in a special spot because it's Waves. So you need to go Applications on a Mac. If you're on a PC, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're on your own. No, just kidding. Just ask me and we'll work it out together. But on a Mac, Applications, the Waves folder. All right. And here we have a few different, it'll look like this. It's not in plugins, strangely enough. Well, the VST isn't, at least, as far as I've worked out. It's in the Waves Shell version 11. There's different versions of the plugin. There's a 5.1, there's a 5.0. We need the Ambisonics one. It's not labeled, but I managed to work it out. It's the VST3. So Wave Shell 1, VST3. Not that one, VST3. Open. And if you're doing this for the first time, you might get some notifications from the head tracker asking for you to use the microphone and for it to use the camera. Just accept. So the head tracker is a separate application which sits and just stays open. So leave that there. And then if we want to see and confirm that the VST is opened properly, you have to press open to show the interface. So open, and here it is. And you can see I'm moving my head, and it's moving in the head tracker, and it says NX Ambisonic. So that's key. There's other videos about how to set this up and what the sweet spot is and all that kind of thing. So that's fine. But look, my head's moving, and this is moving, so it's working. Again, watching the other videos, you'll know that we need to get these 4 encoded, B-formatted encoded audio tracks into this VST. Currently, this VST only has 2 inputs. And if you look at the documentation for the VST object, you'll see, or even if you just press space, you can see that arguments are going to be number of inputs and number of outputs. So the number of inputs we need are 4, because we need to get these 4 ambisonic encoded tracks into here. So we're going to type 4, and then we want it to go out to our 2 headphones. So on our stereo headphones, so 2 outs. Then we can delete this. Don't need that description anymore. We don't need this sound source here. Get rid of that. Let's just leave these for now because they might be useful. But anyway, so here are our 4 inputs. So we need to take Ambi1. Now I'm assuming it's in this order as well. We can experiment by moving them around and see if they're better. I'll just turn off the audio for a second. Audio input 2. Audio input 3. But I figured because it's the B formatting, that would be like the logical input. Great. Turn that on. All right, here we go. We have our metronome. I juggled it a bit, but our metronome is the blue here. Lock the patcher. Let's look at our plugin. So open. Maybe now that I've changed the numbers of inputs and outputs on this VST plugin, I might need to reload the plug because I'm pressing open and nothing's happening. And I'm noticing also that the head track is turned off. So plug, VST3, open, there it is. Head tracker launched automatically and the plugin open is there. Great. And set the sweet spot. Now I can see I've got signal there. Oh, this is exciting. And then I want to see this both at the same time, so I'll do that. And then, yeah, sometimes I just lose that visual, but, you know, we'll work that out later. But that is definitely to the right of my ear. That sounds like it's at the front. That's to the left. And that's supposedly behind me. But the super cool thing is, if we set this to 1, it sounds in front of me. You can see here it's playing out mainly out the X axis. If I turn my head to the left, it's now in my right ear. If I turn my head to the right, it's now in my right ear. So not only with this plugin can you do all your programming to move sounds around, but you can also move around in that space and hear it as if you're walking around in the space that you've created. Now, how do we record this into some kind of 3D like binaural audio video that we can then use to demonstrate our projects through videos on YouTube or something like that? I don't know, but we'll work that out later. But for now, this is huge. See you in class.